Hello all, myself Vedangi and I am a legal intern at Lexis & Company. So guys, my another topic for today's discussion is guardianship under the Muslim law. So basically, who is a guardian? A guardian is a person who is appointed to take care of all the responsibilities of the minor and to take care of all the essential and basic necessities of a minor. The term guardian has been defined under Guardians and Wards Act 1890, which says that a person having the care of the person of a minor or his property or both. So basically, a guardian has control over the child and he has the right to take all the decisions with regard to the minor. The term guardianship is used when the legal custody of the minor is with someone who is other than the mother or the father of the minor. Now, who is a minor? So, Section 3 of the Indian Majority Act 1875 says that someone domiciled in the Republic of India who is below the age of 18 years is a minor, and a minor is assumed to have no capacity and no ability to take his own decisions. That's why the law ensures that a guardian needs to be appointed for that. Under the Muslim law, the guardians are needed for the purpose of the wedding of the minor, the protection of the minor and his property as well. Now, what is guardianship? So, the guardianship under Muslim law is known as hizanat, and also the guardianship of a child means that the overall insight of the child need to be taken into consideration throughout his minority. The father or the executor of the father, or in his absence the paternal grandfather, are basically the natural guardian of the minor. Also, the mother is not the natural guardian of the minor, but she has the right to take the custody of the minor if the minor attains a specific age. Now, there are certainly four kinds of guardianship under the Muslim law. First one is natural guardian or the legal guardian. So, under Sunni law, the natural guardian of a child is basically considered to be only the father, and the mother is not considered as the natural guardian even after the death of the father. The father is considered to be the only guardian of the child even if the custody of the child is not with him. And a natural guardian is also known as the legal guardian, but if the father is died, then the father's executor might also act as a legal guardian, and the executor could be the one who is appointed by the father or the grandfather to act as the guardian of the minor kid on his behalf. So, the natural guardian of a minor in order of priority are father, the executor of the father, paternal grandfather, and the executor of the paternal grandfather. Other than these four, no one is entitled to become the natural guardian of the minor. Now, talking about testamentary guardian. So, a testamentary guardian is the one who is basically appointed as the guardian of the minor under a will. Only the father, or in his absence the paternal grandfather, has the right to appoint the testamentary guardian of the minor. And in both Shia and Sunni, the testamentary guardian can be appointed by the father. The mother has no right to appoint the testamentary guardian of the minor, but there are two exceptions to this also. Like if she has been appointed as an executrix under the father's will, or if she is the owner of the property that is going to be passed on to the minor after her death. So in these two situations, she can be entitled to appoint a testamentary guardian. Now, guardians appointed by the court or statutory guardian. So, the court is empowered to appoint a statutory guardian when the natural guardian and the testamentary guardian fails to take care of the minor and his property. In that situation, statutory guardian will be appointed by the court. Now, de facto guardian. So, a de facto guardian is basically a person who is neither the natural guardian nor the testamentary guardian or the statutory guardian. He is basically a an unauthorized person who willingly takes the assent to take the custody of the minor and his property. Now, coming to the conclusion part, what we can conclude from this entire discussion is that a child is the future of a country, and therefore it is very much required that he should be born and brought up in a healthy environment, and he should be given all the love and affection. Also, at the time of appointing the guardian of the minor, the welfare of the child needs to be taken into consideration, and someone should be given the guardianship of the minor who is able to take care of him, and that person is entitled to take care of the minor, and he is basically responsible for taking all the decisions and all the responsibilities of the minor. So guys, that's all about my today's video on this particular topic. I hope you all liked my video. If you guys have any doubt to this video or to the previous one, then you can comment in the comment section. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel Lex Click, and we will meet in the next video with a new topic. Till then, bye.